Tuhin Sinha, it's not all right for the opposition, for Rahul Gandhi's opposition, that is you all, to just dismiss it. He is providing some claims. He is backing them with some documents. It is only for the Election Commission to respond. Why is the BJP jumping to defend the Election Commission?
It is for the Election Commission to respond on the technical details. We have responded on his intent because we have seen in the past that Rahul Gandhi is a master of fakery. And there are 3 or 4 points we have made today, which by no means gets into the technical aspects. The technical aspects will be clarified by the Election Commission. But point number 1, the timing today is a formal surrender of the Congress party before the Bihar elections. Number 2, he said exit polls did not match with the final results. There are so many times exit polls has not matched with the final results, whether it was in 2004 Lok Sabha elections or in 2024 Lok Sabha elections, when most of the pollsters had predicted 300 plus for the BJP. Now, number 3,
yes,
what happens?
I agree. I'm not relying on exit polls and opinion polls. Tell me about the Brazilian model. How is she part of the electoral list in Haryana? But not at one place, but at multiple places, 22 places.
First of all, like I mentioned, Rahul Gandhi is the master of fakery. So first of all, we need to ascertain whether she indeed is a Brazilian model, because we have seen in the past he has got away with a lot of things, including complete misinformation on Anand, which he had to himself fact check within 3 hours by retweeting details, by retweeting facts. So number 1, we need to verify whether she indeed is a Brazilian model, because, that could just be a hangover of Rahul Gandhi, because he's been to South America and we don't know what all he was into.
Forget about the Brazilian model then. Okay, one moment, Tuhin. Don't mention that. But how is it that an individual, one woman, finds her place in multiple voter lists, is going with multiple names? I'm just giving some names. Sweetie, Seema, Saraswati, 22 times. How is that the question?
Maria, that is precisely the reason why 67 lakh voters had to be deleted from Bihar rolls. Who opposed it? The Congress party. These problems have existed for a long time, which is what necessitated SIR. The point is, was Rahul Gandhi able to provide any evidence that the 22 times she voted, if at all, it was for the BJP? There needs to be a direct correlation between a flaw which exists, between a glitch which exists, and the fact that that glitch is benefiting BJP, which Rahul Gandhi has not been able to provide in the last several months.
Okay, fine enough. Fine enough. Tuhin, we'll fix your video, because there seems to be some problem with your video because of the network perhaps. Let me bring in Salman Soz. All these press conferences may be all right. You are highlighting an issue. You're trying to create doubt in the minds of the voting public that the elections are not free and fair. But what is the Congress party doing it to formalize it? Did you appeal before the Election Commission with all the anomalies that you're highlighting?
Maria, first, let me just say that we should all be deeply concerned as citizens of this country that our democracy is actually under a vicious assault and attack by the BJP and by the Election Commission now, I'm sorry to say. I think in 2023, it was when the Supreme Court had mandated the selection process for the election commissioners. The BJP basically overrode that order and created a system which was basically chosen by the BJP. So institution Chori. That institution Chori ultimately led to vote Chori. I'm absolutely certain it happened in the Lok Sabha elections. I think that we have evidence now on that too. It happened in Maharashtra. We have shared that evidence with the people of the country. It's happened in Haryana, which we shared today. And by the way, to be honest with you, when I heard Rahulji speak today, I fell off my chair when I saw not just the Brazilian model, but also other things like that lady who had 223 times. She appeared in 2 polling booths. Not only that, he responded directly to the rubbish claims of the election commissioner, who said that house number 0 is given to people who don't have homes, they live on footpaths, etc. when Rahulji talked about this gentleman called Narendra in house number 0. We had to search for that house because nobody had bothered to search for that house.
Salman
So,
Soz.
now, coming to the question that you're
Salman
posing,
Soz, my question then is,
Yeah.
why a press conference? Why not take it up legally? Why not file an appeal before the Election Commission? Has that been done by the Congress Party?
The Congress Party says the following, and I say it on national television. We have an unlawful Chief Minister of Haryana. We have an unlawful Chief Minister of Maharashtra. And we have an unlawful Prime Minister of India. And the unlawful Prime Minister of India has actually helped in the selection process of the election commissioners. When we brought something to the attention of the country and the Election Commission, what was the Election Commission's response? You have to give an affidavit, otherwise you're wrong and you're lying to the country. Has the Election Commission done any investigation? The leader of the opposition of this country is saying that he is bringing fraud at a massive scale to your attention. The leader of the opposition, Mr.
Yes.
Election Commissioner.
Yes.
What
yes.
are you
Okay. So
doing?
let me bring in the two analysts. Sajjan, he's the leader of opposition, the leader of the Congress Party. He is making some allegations. The Election Commission is now responding through sources. My concern is that if the entire election process, if the voting rights of an individual is being surrounded by this cloud of suspicion that is being created by Rahul Gandhi, then it certainly raises concerns, although when the entire SIR exercise happened in Bihar and then the political parties reached the Supreme Court, then came the 12th document. After that, there were 0 appeals. So my question then is, then what really is happening? And how does this benefit any party politically?
Let's first
It's a
see.
zero-sum game.
It appears to be a zero-sum game, but let's see. It's not just about the electoral records. You take any records for that matter, be it about the land record, be it about the records pertaining to other Aadhaar identities, etc. If you go into granular detail and analyze, you will find a lot of glitches, right? So you'll find a lot of land records in the name of ghosts, in the name of spirits, in the name of people who may not exist. And that is not something which is deliberate. That has been glitches at the systemic level because of the sheer volume of the records. So similarly, there is a possibility that our current electoral records had certain glitches wherein the pictures,
222
the name,
times. 222 times.
Maria,
These
we
are
have to- yes,
elections which
this-
are very, very close.
Yes, and this is one serious issue, but there is also the issue of cherry picking. Is there more similar instances? If yes, I think Congress party would have disclosed them. The fact that they stuck with one, I'm not dismissing that it's serious, but the point is it one of the exceptional cases which needs to be rectified and that demands that electoral roll should be cleansed, should be cleaned, should be corrected and updated, something that SIR intends to do, right? So the point is that, is it a matter of glitch on part of the EROs because of the sheer volumes, or is it a deliberate, centralized sabotage to the entire electoral machinery as Rahul Gandhi is releasing? These are two aspects. I think when you say, because there was also allegation that you extrapolate this number, then total 25 lakh people who are not from Haryana went to vote in Haryana, and therefore it's, in Haryana, 25 lakh people going in the election day, it's like a rally. And if they are not from the Haryana, you can easily identify. These are not something who can move without being identified and under the carpet. The point here is, yes, this is a serious matter for Election Commission, and that warrants that electoral roll discrepancies should be looked into seriously, but to intend to allege and constitute a perception that wherein Gen Z should not have faith in democracy and elections, and wherein it is coming in the backdrop of Rahul Gandhi also questioning that army is controlled by just 10% upper caste. The point is, Rahul Gandhi has an agenda. Gen Zs should lose faith in the institutions of the country. You know, you cherry pick the glitches and then Ali's grand conspiracy. This is something which is serious
No,
because yeah.
but Sajjan, the question is that the opposition's job is to question processes. That's what many would say is being done by the leader of opposition. Having said that, I think the larger question here is that the Election Commission has to respond. And if it is about, as Rahul Gandhi is saying, some kind of centralized election fraud, then that has to be responded. It cannot be just about some sources through which this response from the Election Commission is coming. That's what I want to ask Javed Ansari. Javed Ansari, Rahul Gandhi isn't really helping the election process. The question is that if the Congress has issues and he is highlighting some concerns of which he is saying is a case of fraud, then there has to be a solution to this which can come only perhaps legally. Then why hasn't that happened?
That is a question you must ask the Election Commission. They are the people who've been mandated by the Constitution of India to hold a free and fair and transparent election. And I dare say at the moment, they failed miserably on both accounts. When a leader of opposition, when the leader of the opposition raises a question, you brush it aside and say, you either file an affidavit in 7 days or this and this will follow. Have they ever asked the government to ever file an affidavit? You must not only be doing the right thing, you must be seen to be doing the right thing. And again, I say, the Election Commission has failed miserably on this account. What more can the opposition do apart from raising this? The reason why I understand the reason why they're not going to the courts, because then this matter will become sub judice and your lips will be sealed and you can't raise this anymore. And this, my grandchild will be, by the time my grandchild goes up to vote, even this issue will not have been decided.